Ladies, let me ask you something. How often have you found yourself bending, breaking, or compromising just to keep the peace in a relationship? How often have you silenced your voice, dimmed your light, or questioned your worth because you thought it was the price of love? Today, I want you to reclaim that power. I want you to remember the queen you were before someone's opinion made you doubt your crown. Love isn't meant to make you smaller, it's meant to elevate you. But too often we give so much of ourselves to a man that we forget who we are. That ends here. Yeah. Because there are 5 things, a sacred list of truths that no woman should ever do with a man. Not if you want to preserve your dignity, your joy, and your soul. So open your heart, lean in close, and let's uncover the wisdom that will set you free. So let's quickly get into those 5 things. Number 1, never dim your light for someone else's comfort. You were born with a light inside of you, a unique spark that sets you apart from everyone else. It's the essence of who you are, the combination of your talents, passions, dreams, and the energy you bring into the world. Yet too often, women feel the need to dim that light to make others, particularly a partner, feel more comfortable. This is a mistake that not only diminishes your sense of self, but also compromises your happiness and potential. Dim your light, and you lose touch with the most authentic version of yourself. You were not made to live small or blend into the background. When you excel, when you stand out, it's not arrogance, it's self-expression. A man who truly loves and respects you will embrace your brilliance, not feel threatened by it. He'll encourage you to aim higher, to dream bigger, and to take up as much space as you need. If you find yourself with someone who tries to pull you down or asks you to tone it down, that's a sign that he's not aligned with your path. Sometimes dimming your light happens subtly. You might start saying no to opportunities because you fear it might make your partner insecure. You might stop sharing your achievements because you don't want to make him feel inadequate. Over time, you begin to silence your inner cheerleader, the voice that says, I can do this, or I'm proud of myself. But ask yourself, at what cost? Are you trading your life for someone else's approval? Let's get one thing straight. You are not responsible for managing someone else's insecurities. If your success, beauty, or confidence makes someone uncomfortable, that's their issue to work through, not yours. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and support. Both partners should be free to shine in their own right, without feeling the need to dim the other. A man worth keeping will see your light as a compliment to his, not a competition. Together, you'll be a team that radiates even brighter. And let's not forget the ripple effect of your light. When you embrace your full potential, you inspire others to do the same. You become a role model not just for other women, but for everyone in your life. Your children, friends, colleagues, and even strangers will see your courage and feel empowered to pursue their own dreams. Dimming your light doesn't just rob you of your joy, it denies the world the gift of your unique contributions. So, how do you keep your light shining bright? Start by recognizing your worth. Affirm your talents, your intelligence, and your beauty every single day. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who celebrate your victories, and who remind you of your greatness when you forget. And most importantly, set boundaries. Make it clear that you will not compromise your potential to make someone else feel better about themselves. In the end, dimming your light doesn't serve anyone, not you, not your partner, and not the world. So hold your head high, embrace your power, and let your light shine unapologetically. You are a queen, and queens don't apologize for their crowns. Number 2, never sacrifice your dreams. Your dreams are not just fleeting thoughts or fantasies, they are the blueprint of your soul. They represent your deepest desires, your passions, and the life you were meant to live. Yet, too often women put their dreams on hold, or worse, let them die for the sake of a man. This sacrifice might feel noble in the moment, but in the long run, it leads to resentment, unfulfilled potential, and a life filled with what-ifs. Let's be clear, your dreams are valid. They don't need anyone's approval or validation. Whether you aspire to climb the corporate ladder, start your own business, travel the world, or create art that moves people, your dreams matter. When you give them up for someone else, you are essentially telling yourself that their life is more important than yours. And that is not love. That is self-abandonment. The right man will never ask you to sacrifice your dreams. He will understand that your ambitions are a part of what makes you who you are. In fact, he'll be your biggest cheerleader, pushing you to go after your goals with everything you've got. A partner who truly loves you knows that your happiness and fulfillment are tied to your ability to pursue your passions. If he's asking you to choose between him and your dreams, then he's not the one. But sometimes, the sacrifice isn't explicit. It sneaks in through small compromises. Maybe you take a backseat in your career because his demands take precedence. Maybe you decline opportunities to grow because they might take you away from him. Over time, these small sacrifices add up, and before you know it, you've lost sight of the life you once envisioned for yourself. Don't let fear keep you from pursuing your dreams. Fear of losing him. Fear of upsetting the balance. Fear of being judged. None of these fears are worth sacrificing your potential. A strong relationship is built on mutual respect and support, not control or compromise at the expense of one person's happiness. When you sacrifice your dreams, you're not just giving up on goals, you're giving up on a part of yourself. And the truth is, a relationship built on such a foundation is unlikely to thrive. Resentment will creep in. You'll start questioning your choices, wondering why you let go of something so important to you. This dissatisfaction can erode even the strongest bond. Instead, prioritize your dreams. Pursue them with passion and determination. If your relationship is meant to be, it will survive and even thrive because of your dedication to your goals. And if it doesn't, then that relationship was never meant to last in the first place. Remember, your dreams are the seeds of your legacy. They are what you'll look back on at the end of your life with pride and joy. Don't let anyone, no matter how much you love them, rob you of that. You deserve a partner who sees your dreams as an extension of your greatness, who cheers you on as you chase them, and who stands beside you as you achieve them. So hold tight to your dreams, guard them fiercely, water them with hard work, and nurture them with belief. And when someone tries to stand in the way, remind yourself of this: a love that asks you to abandon your dreams is not love at all. It's a cage, and you, my dear, were meant to soar. Number 3, never beg for love or attention. Love is a gift, not something to be demanded, begged for, or coerced. Yet, in moments of vulnerability, many women find themselves pleading for the affection, respect, or validation they deserve. Let me tell you something right now: you are not someone's afterthought. You are not a second option. You are not here to beg for a seat at someone's table when you could be building a table of your own. When you beg for love or attention, you're not just diminishing your worth in someone else's eyes, you're teaching yourself that your needs and desires are negotiable. But let me make this clear: your worth is not up for debate. You are deserving of love that flows freely, abundantly, and consistently. If you have to beg for it, then it's not love, it's manipulation. It's crumbs. It's a hollow version of what you truly deserve. Imagine this: you're pouring your heart out to someone who barely glances up. You send message after message, hoping for a reply that never comes. You bend over backward to make them happy, but your efforts go unnoticed. Does that feel like love to you? Does it make you feel seen, valued, and cherished? Of course not. And deep down, you know it doesn't. True love doesn't make you chase it. True love meets you halfway. It's reciprocal. It's balanced. It's a partnership where both people feel wanted and appreciated. Begging for love is like trying to squeeze water from a dry well. It's exhausting, disheartening, and ultimately futile. The sad truth is that people who make you beg for their attention often thrive on your desperation. They enjoy the power imbalance, the control, the validation of being wanted. But you don't have to play that game. You have the power to walk away, to reclaim your dignity, and to demand the respect you're entitled to. So how do you break free from the cycle of begging? Start by recognizing your own worth. You don't need someone else's approval to feel complete. You don't need their attention to feel valued. Remind yourself daily that you are enough just as you are. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who make you feel loved without condition or effort. And if someone doesn't see your value, let them go. It's better to be alone than to be with someone who makes you feel invisible. Being alone allows you to grow, to heal, and to rediscover your strength. It's in those moments of solitude that you realize you don't need anyone else to complete you. You are already whole. Remember, love is not about begging, it's about mutual effort, respect, and care. You deserve a partner who chooses you every single day, not because you ask them to, but because they see your worth and can't imagine life without you. Never settle for less. Number 4, never lose your voice. Your voice is your power. It's how you express your needs, your desires, your opinions, and your boundaries. Yet so many women silence themselves in relationships, believing that staying quiet will keep the peace or make them more lovable. Let me tell you something, silence is not peace. Silence is surrender. And when you lose your voice, you lose a piece of yourself. A healthy relationship is built on open communication. It's a space where both people feel safe to speak their truth, even when it's uncomfortable. If you're biting your tongue, walking on eggshells, or swallowing your feelings to avoid conflict, you're not in a relationship, you're in a power dynamic where your needs are being overshadowed. Never lose your voice for fear of being labeled too much or difficult. You have every right to express your feelings, to say this isn't okay, or to demand better. Your voice is how you advocate for yourself, how you set boundaries, and how you ensure your needs are met. A man who truly loves you will listen not just to your words, but to the emotions behind them. When you silence yourself, you send a message to your partner and to yourself that your feelings don't matter. Over time, this erodes your self-esteem and breeds resentment. You might find yourself feeling invisible, unheard, and disconnected. But it doesn't have to be this way. Start small. Speak up when something bothers you. Share your thoughts and opinions, even if they're different from his. Practice saying no when you need to without guilt or apology. The more you use your voice, the stronger it becomes. And if someone tries to shut you down, to dismiss your feelings or make you feel small, that's a red flag you can't ignore. A loving partner will never try to silence you. They'll encourage you to speak louder, to stand taller, and to own your truth. Let me remind you of this: your voice is a reflection of your value. It's how you show the world and yourself that you matter. Don't give it away. Don't trade it for temporary peace. And don't ever let anyone convince you that silence is strength. Strength is standing up for yourself, even when your voice shakes. At the end of the day, your voice is your most powerful tool. Use it to advocate for your needs, to set boundaries, and to demand the respect you deserve. Because when you speak your truth, you not only honor yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Never let anyone take that away from you. 5, never forget who you are. There's nothing more heartbreaking than watching someone lose themselves in a relationship. It doesn't happen all at once. It's a gradual process, almost invisible at first. You compromise a little here, adjust a little there, and before you know it, you've drifted so far from who you truly are that you barely recognize yourself. This is why one of the most important things you can do in any relationship is to never, under any circumstances, forget who you are. Who you are is sacred. Your identity, your values, your dreams, your quirks, they make you unique, and they're what make you you. These aren't things you should ever compromise. Not for love, not for approval, not for the sake of avoiding conflict. Yet, many women find themselves sacrificing their essence to fit into someone else's life. They adapt, they change, they mold themselves to meet their partner's expectations, often at the expense of their own happiness and fulfillment. Think about this: when you first met him, you were your own person. You had dreams, passions, hobbies, and a sense of individuality that made you magnetic. That's what drew him to you in the first place. So why, then, do so many women feel the need to erase themselves once they're in a relationship? It's as if they believe they have to become less to keep the love they work so hard to attract. But here's the truth: love that requires you to lose yourself is not love. It's control, and it's a betrayal of your soul. Forgetting who you are often begins with small compromises. You start skipping the things you love, whether it's time with friends, a favorite hobby, or pursuing a dream, because it doesn't align with his schedule or his preferences. You find yourself agreeing with opinions you don't actually share just to avoid a disagreement. Over time, you stop prioritizing your own needs and start living in the shadow of his. This isn't partnership, this is self-abandonment. And the cost? It's enormous. Losing yourself in a relationship doesn't just hurt you, it hurts the relationship. When you suppress your true self, You rob your partner of the opportunity to love the real you. Instead, they're loving a version of you that's been watered down, muted, and reshaped to fit their comfort. That's not authentic love, that's a facade. So how do you hold on to yourself in a relationship? First, make a conscious effort to prioritize your individuality. Keep nurturing your passions, your friendships, and your goals. These are the things that ground you, that remind you of who you are, and that keep you connected to your true self. A healthy relationship doesn't stifle these aspects of you, it celebrates them. Second, set boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to have needs that don't always align with his. Boundaries aren't walls to keep people out, they're guidelines that show people how to treat you. A man who loves and respects you will honor those boundaries, not see them as a threat. Third, regularly check in with yourself. Ask yourself, am I being true to who I am? Am I pursuing the life I want? Am I compromising too much of myself in this relationship? These questions are essential because they help you stay grounded. If the answer to any of them is no, it's time to reassess. Finally, remember that a strong relationship isn't about two people becoming one, it's about two whole, complete individuals choosing to walk through life together. Your uniqueness is a gift, not a problem to be solved or a flaw to be hidden. The right partner will see your individuality as a strength, not a weakness. Never forget who you are. Because when you stay true to yourself, you don't just honor your own life, you bring authenticity and depth to your relationship. You show your partner that love isn't about losing yourself, it's about growing together while staying whole. And if someone asks you to forget yourself, to change who you are for their benefit, then they don't deserve you. At the end of the day, you owe it to yourself to live authentically. To be the woman who knows her worth, who stands firm in her values, and who never, ever lets love make her small. Because love isn't about erasure, it's about empowerment. Hold on to that truth and you'll never lose sight of who you are. Ladies, the message is clear. You are more than enough just as you are. You don't need to beg for love, silence your voice, or trade your authenticity to keep someone in your life. A real worthy love will meet you at your level. It won't drag you down, break your spirit, or make you question your worth. So stand tall, stand proud. Protect your heart, your mind, and your soul like the treasures they are. And remember, you deserve a love that celebrates you, not one that diminishes you. As you walk away today, hold these truths close. Let them guide you, strengthen you, and remind you that the right love will never require you to forget who you are. Because the woman you are is extraordinary, and no one, not even the man you love, should make you forget that.